Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do an update general reading for Red Velvet's Joy. Of course, that a few hours ago there was the release of this news that she is dating Korean singer Crush. So I'm really happy to hear that for her. I'm really happy. So I wanted to do this tarot reading to see how she's doing with all this, and with this connection with him. And then I did another spread on the bottom for Red Velvet's, sorry, Red Velvet's future, or how they are doing as a group. I'm sure that a lot of fans want to know a bit about this. So, of course, that it does make sense, at least for me. I can see definitely the compatibility between Joy's energy and Crush, because Joy, actually, she is a Virgo sun, but her moon is in Taurus. I read for Joy before, and of course that I can see very strong traits of Taurus energy from Joy, especially in her body type, and also about how she is very magnetic and very feminine, and also about her curves. She's very natural, like this very natural and Venusian kind of beauty that that sometimes Virgo females are not very known to exude this kind of magnetism unless they have these kinds of prominent placements in other signs that are ruled by Venus. So in the case of Joy, I always mistaken her actually for Taurus. I always think of her as a Taurus sun because I can see the moon in Taurus traits in her are much obvious to me than actually her sun sign in Virgo. So it does make sense that she attracted someone that is a Taurus sun, and actually this talks about a lot of compatibility as well. And Crush is a Taurus sun, so I don't know his birth chart. I didn't look for it. I don't know much about Crush. I know his music. I know he has an amazing voice, and I love his songs. But I think that the fact that she is a Taurus moon, and at the same time that she is an earth sign, it's very compatible with Crush energy. So I'm really happy. In the past, I had read not only individually for Joy, but I had also read about her connection with this B2B member, Sunjay, I think it was his name. And because they participated in this, it was like this almost like reality, quote unquote, reality show that was called We Are Married or something like that. And a lot of people until this day were ruling for this couple to be true, for this duo to be like a real life connection and relationship. And I have read for them, and if you would like to check out my video about Sunjay and Joy's relationship, probably you can get also a bit of insight about my interpretation. And even though Sunjay is also a Taurus sun, he is a Gemini moon, so there's a bit of, and I believe that his Venus was also in Gemini, so he is that kind of Taurus guy that it's very strongly influenced by Gemini's nature. So probably he's not looking for a stable relationship right now. Probably he's like, because Gemini's energy or placements, sometimes they do make the people feel curious about experiencing new things, and they are very playful and they are very flirtatious, but that doesn't mean that they have actually feelings for you. So that's what I was able to see when it came to their interaction, or their how they felt about each other, that for him it was almost like a game, and I think that it was because they were playing a role. They were in front of cameras, of course, and he's an actor, so definitely like put on a role, and be in and be very inspirational. So, but I didn't see like a real connection there. I think that Joy also was very distrustful of him, even though she could have felt a bit like attracted to him, because he was very attentive. He was very like very into the role they had to play. You know, he was trying to be attentive, protective, and a gentleman. So definitely those were like very attractive moments for her. But I think that she actually got to know the real him. And I think that actually maybe backstage he is a bit of, he's more funny, and he is like this very fun friend that you can hang out with, but that you don't eventually like develop stronger feelings, you know. I think that she is a real romantic, so I think that the fact that she connected so well with Crash, it makes sense. At least for me, I can see it here. So let's talk about the cards that she got. She got the Emperor, the Seven of Wands, the Page of Wands, the Moon, and the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. And I pulled an extra card from the Oracle of Romantic Angels, and we got the card of Chemistry. So definitely I think that he is someone that, because the card of chemistry, the oracle that says chemistry, it definitely sums up the whole reading about this subject, because I definitely see that they have a lot of chemistry, and they also have a lot of things in common. And I think that she sees in him a very masculine and very stable kind of energy in him, that probably she feels like he is someone that she can trust. I think that for Joy sometimes it's not easy to trust people, and especially because like we mentioned before, and like I mentioned when I did a reading for her, she is a very beautiful woman. She's very attractive. She has a lot of people going after her. She probably had to reject a lot of people from day one, because she is very voluptuous. She has this very sensual image, and even if she doesn't try to get attention to herself, she always ends up getting attention from the male point of view, or from males. So I think that there's a part of her that actually had always been on the defensive when it comes to her sensuality, or her passion, or herself being allowing herself to feel comfortable with her expressions, and with her passionate nature, and at the same time of allowing herself to feel sexy, or to feel attracted to someone. I think that she does have some issues when it comes to this. Probably there's also a side of her that she doesn't probably see or considers herself as attractive or as beautiful as we all can see that she is. Maybe it's because of she's not, her body type is not the standard or traditional, what is considered beautiful or perfect in Korean standards. But I think that now she is starting to be a bit more comfortable in her skin, and also to be more to be able to relax a bit more and enjoy this process of getting to know someone. I think that she definitely has feels very attracted to him, and she somehow try to deny it, like she tried to hold herself, like to not be obvious. But I think that eventually she gave in and tried to go with the flow. But definitely I can see a lot of attraction here, because with the oracle card that is chemistry, definitely it's talking about a very sensual attraction, a very like very an attraction of the mind, an attraction of the body. So probably it's because her moon that it's in Taurus and his sun that he is a Taurus are very connected through the senses, you know, through the movement of their bodies, through their body language, through their there can be like almost like a silent kind of courtship, you know, like they could stare at each other, or like smell each other, or like touch each other very lightly, and very like not very obvious. And actually this can like provoke like a sort of expectation, you know. I think that they definitely attract each other. They could be like magnets to each other. So I think that this is the start of a relationship. I think that they are starting, and I think that chemistry and the fact that I think that they both feel very passionate about each other is like it's a good start, it's a good beginning for them. But then we have the moon and the 10 of Pentacles, so definitely she's a bit worried about how this dating news could affect her status, or her role in the group, or the group's status, or how the company, or maybe how the fans are going to react to this. And I think that it's normal that she has these kinds of fears. And at the same time, I think that sometimes she does feel very lonely. So I think that sometimes she, you know, and there's always this kind of person that whenever something good happens to this person, it's like they get all like a bit like scared, or they panic, or they get a bit like agitated, you know, like they worry a lot, they overthink a lot, they get a bit paranoid, you know, what if something wrong happens, what and I think that this is just in her unconscious. It's not that it's going to happen, something is going to ruin their relationship, but I think that she does have fears. Um, but I think that she should be strong, and she should just keep being brave about this connection, because this connection definitely needs her to get involved in the process, and especially to be more provocative, and a bit more like a fighter, a bit more aggressive, and to protect what's hers, because this potential relationship is going to require a lot of effort from both parties, like all relationships do. But I think that in this case, she also needs to be more assertive about what she wants. Because I believe that he is in the military, he's doing the military service right now. So definitely, if this is like some kind of long distance relationship, she will have to put the effort, especially to not to defend herself, but to stand her ground, you know, in the sense that she needs to keep being herself, you know, like keep protecting her decisions, and not to let herself get affected about what other people have to say about what she's doing in her personal life. I know that this is it's easier saying than done, but I think that definitely she needs to connect a bit more um, with her value as a female. I think that there's a part of her, like I mentioned before, and I feel it very strongly in me, that she doesn't believe like something good like this could happen to her. So I think that she's someone that she's very nice to people, and she's very friendly and very open. But at the same time, sometimes she feels like she doesn't connect with people like the same way. Like, I think that this can be the first time probably for her that she really likes someone. So this is why she's so fearful and so doubtful of herself. I think that she needs to build a bit more of confidence in herself, and that if this good thing, if this good chemistry, and if this nice connection that they have, that she just keep putting the effort, and keep hoping for the best, and don't feed on the fears, on the negative side. So let's go to Red Velvet, how they are doing and how they are going to do for the next months that are still part of this 2021. So we have the Nine of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, the Hangman in reversed, the Ten of Wands in reversed, and the Chariot. So definitely there comes a lot of recognition for Red Velvet. I think that they're coming back stronger. I think that they feel really good as a group. I feel like they feel good because it's like each one of them is in a moment in their lives where they are truly enjoying themselves, where they are really like, and I think that this is not just about the group, it's more about each one of the members' personal circumstances. I think that they had went through a lot and they matured a lot. And the fact that they are still producing and that they are still working and that they are still having the possibility to reunite with the fans, I think that they feel very blessed. They feel like a dream has come true for them. They definitely went through moments of uncertainty. They went through moments where they didn't think they would be able to come back. At least not all of them, but now they are in a different situation and a scenario. Nevertheless, I think that even though they're going to do great in this promotion or this comeback that they are doing, sometimes things get stuck for them. I think that there's something about people really not putting the effort to promote them right. And there's something about the management of resources when it comes to them, like I think that probably like when it comes to them, like you see that the money that is like invested in the production is tight, probably they have like like um like you see that in the productions they are not putting all the resources, like there are resources that are lacking. So probably if they can promote their work, probably they will do it individually, or probably like rely on other people, like trying to promote them. Or I think that they will do a better job promoting themselves by themselves than trusting SM to do some kind of grandiose gesture for them, because I think that SM is really stuck on these quote-unquote futuristic ideas that this person has, and at the same time that there's a lot of things changing in the company, there's a lot of uncertainty, there's a lot of things that are put on hold, there are a lot of important decisions that are like affecting the girls' performance, and I think that they know it. They definitely know it. They are not fighting back anymore. They are not upset. They are not angry. They are not frustrated. I think that they had come to this moment where they are like, okay, it is what it is, and I think that they are looking at the reality the way it is right now, and they try to work with whatever opportunity they have to promote their music, their job, and also to take every possibility and chance that they have to connect with the fans. I think that this is all that actually matters for them, because here with the 10 of ones that isn't reversed, if it was at bright, I would be worried, because actually this means exhaustion and being overworked. But I think that in this case they are not overworked anymore. I think that, and not only physically, sometimes this card also talks about overthinking and you like being exhausted of trying to come out with new ideas and trying to be really creative and trying to fight everyone, so just to survive and to come out and to make it. I see them like not forcing things. Actually, I think that they had come to a place where they, like I said, they are seeing the reality for what it is. And I think that they are very relaxed. They are not like going against the odds. They are just flowing. And I think that then with the chariot in reverse, definitely, yes, they can have a moment where they have like a comeback and they can enjoy the promotions, but I think that then they will go back again to a moment of pause or a rest, or a moment where you will probably not hear much about them as a group, as Red Velvet. You probably will hear about them individually or doing works individually, but I think that as a group, they will not be. It's like they will have a very active moment, but then eventually everything will go to silence again. And I think that this is not because of them specifically. I think that this is about the company going through a lot of adjustments and also a lot of change and a lot of changes that need to be made. So I think that unfortunately they will be like on a pause, and you will not hear from the group like coming out with other kind of material, but you will see them individually because they do need to work. The girls are very smart and they are very resourceful. They know their value, they know what they're good at. So probably they will have like individual projects. But as a group, as Red Velvet, I see them like being on this forced pause or in this need to stop, because I think that the resources right now are not for them. I think that the money is elsewhere for other groups, but I think that Red Velvet is not the company's priority right now. It's like they let them have this sort of comeback or this sort of like moment of of being like, okay, we are back, but then eventually they will go back to a period of rest. So yes, guys, this is all I have for them. So I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you are a fan of Red Velvet and of Joy, I would like to hear from you and your point of view. So thank you so much for being here. Bye.